Yeah.
I remember years ago how good it felt and how different it was. Because I had been in theater and early television, and suddenly something shifted after Butch Cassidy. And how I began to get noticed. And so I remember thinking, uh-oh, there's danger here, and I better watch out. I don't want to buy into this. I don't want to let this affect me. So I made 3 notes to myself. And it all had to do with the word object. And I said, the first thing is you begin to be treated like an object. And it feels different and it feels good. And then if you're not careful, you'll begin to behave like an object. And if you're not careful with that, you become an object. So I put that up for myself to be careful. So I was doing pretty well. And then, I'll just tell you this quick story, but where I learned about the value of humility. After Butch Cassidy, I was starting to get recognized, and it really felt good. And pretty soon along the road, I began to think, hey, maybe I am kind of a big deal, Maybe I am somebody, And it started to get to my head. I was getting ready to cross the street in Wilshire Boulevard, and I was about to step off the curb, and this car came as the light was changing, and it was full of a lot of teenagers in the car. And they saw me, and they were going like this, and I thought, oh, these are fans, and they rolled down their window as they were coming by, and they said, Robert Redford! And I said, hey, they said, you're such an asshole! And I said, okay, I guess that's it, From that point on,